back, money back, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look good.
Welcome back, everyone, to the NFL on EA Sports from Oakland, California. The Giants possessing the football. We rejoin the action in the second quarter. Here's a give to Barkley. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
To throw on third down, Page. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. Page. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
T.J. Yeldon working his way back out onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Set. Blue line it.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On third down, Page. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggle, still winning here in the 2nd quarter. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Set. Green 39, green 39.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and short. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So out come the Raiders. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 1st and 10, Page ducks him with a grab over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Blue landing.
From the gun, Page. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Set. 319. 319.
Throwing on 1st down. Page completes it right side to Doxson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Operating from the gun, Page. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders get a score closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. Walsh adds the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To Barkley on the check down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll look to throw here. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. 3-19.
A handoff to Barkley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin in the Mile High City, an AFC West matchup between the LA Chargers and Denver. And it's the Broncos who are out in front. Demaryius Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to the West Coast and check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jaguars looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital, see what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. 14-3, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little.
And got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on second down. Page throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Set! Green 39!
To throw on third down. Page. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now let's go!
Off play action. Page. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the board.
From the gun, Page. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The New York set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Let's go. Green,
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now let's go. 319.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 30.
On 1st down, Page. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Page. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Here we go now. Green.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Tano Passanio in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to throw. Page. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll be inside the 25. On 3rd down, Page. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the... On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. This one from 48 yards away. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Now let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And it's a touchdown for the New York Giants. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Succop for the extra point. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set! 319! 319!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
Looking to throw on second down. Page. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. Page. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. On 1st and 10, Page. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw. Page. And this is going to be incomplete. try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Again, it's Connor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Page toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Counter. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Counter. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he is out of bounds here. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Succop will put this one right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
To throw again. Page on the slant. He gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. Page. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Page throwing a slant pattern here, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st down, Page. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing again. Page. Wide open receiver, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Page throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And he's got this one down to the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were... False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
On 3rd down. That's Rose. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiff.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me,
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
and I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the
Here's Connor. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Now let's go. Green.
They run with Connor, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
Throwing on first down. Page. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Page quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action.
Here we go now. 3-19.
To throw on second down. Page. Throws right side, and that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10. Page. Wide open. Gronkowski. And whistles, and they take their...
right, here we go. 3-19.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Leonard Williams in there to sack him for a loss of 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.